everybody, and welcome back to the T.H.O. Movie Reviews podcast, the show where we bring you passionate, honest, and insightful film criticism. I'm your host, Bennett Campbell Ferguson. I'm joined today by my colleagues Shaunette and Maxwell Meyers. How you guys doing today?
Hey!
I didn't crash my car trying to catch that Duo while I drove down the street, so we're winning!
That is always a good place to be in, yeah.
I like the Pokemans.
Pokemons.
Pokemons. That's my insight onto Pokemon Go.
I like it. Well, we are here today. We're doing a podcast about a lot of things, partly about Woody Allen, but partly about some larger issues about cinema as a whole. If you tuned in last week, you might have heard me and my colleague Patrick Bellin talking about this subject, but Max and Mo are here today to continue the discussion. And what we're talking about is Woody Allen's got a new movie coming out, Cafe Society, and as many of you may know, there was an article by his son, Ronan Farrow, that was published a couple months ago, once again going into the sex abuse allegations against Woody Allen. And so that's why we're here. We're here to talk about kind of the challenge of separating artists from their art, and basically in what circumstances you do or do not boycott an actor or a director, anyone in Hollywood who has been accused or convicted of a crime. We're here to talk about those ethical issues. So it's a little different from what we usually do. But to get started, I just want to talk generally. So I wanted to ask you guys, starting with you, Mo, have you ever been forced to consider boycotting a movie? And do you have like a policy about whether or not to boycott movies?
Not really. I try not to, because I mean, you take a look at pretty much almost anyone in Hollywood, they're gonna have some skeletons in their closet, something that's made to the press or gossip magazines or rumors or whatever, and if you just cut all that out, if you cut out everyone who's ever been accused of something or has done something, then you're not going to find a lot of options. So, but what I do is here's the difficulty with separating art from artists, is that we think of art as expressions of the artists. So that's something that enters into my thought process. So, in some cases, if I don't like the person, then I won't boycott. I try not to make a thing of it. I just avoid it. And I guess one of the examples, and in like all these cases, for me at least, it's someone who I wasn't a fan of them to begin with. So if I hear they've done something bad, I'm just not going to indulge at all. So like, even not more so, just the same. So, like an example, Chris Brown. Never listened to his music, never knew anything about him except the girl who sat next to me in Spanish class in high school was a fan. And then the incident, as we'll just call it, happened, and afterwards I'm like, okay, he's a terrible human being, and I can go ahead and not care about him some more. This is not a concrete answer, is it?
No. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Yeah. Or I mean, not what I wanted to hear. No, that's exactly in line with what I was asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no.
No, I don't really boycott stuff. The closest I've ever considered was Ender's Game. For those of you who don't know, Ender's Game was a movie based off book series by Orson Scott Card, and I read it in middle school. I read the first book and I thought it was cool, and then it came out that Orson Scott Card was not a fan of gay people. He called gay marriage, quote, a potentially disastrous social experiment. And so when the movie adaptation of Ender's Game came out, there were some people calling for a boycott. And I was kind of on the fence about seeing it, and then I saw the reviews and it's like, it's not that great. So I just skipped it altogether. Didn't really feel bad about it.
Max, what about you?
I guess the same with Mo, really. I mean, no, I've never... Yeah, I mean, everyone in Hollywood kind of has their own things. Sometimes it's even just so much like, oh, that guy's kind of a jerk. Like, Tom Cruise gets a little crazy. I really don't agree with Scientology. But by seeing his movies, I'm not somehow saying, it's okay that you're a Scientologist. Or by not seeing his movie, I'm saying, guess what? I don't like your religious beliefs. It's like, he's going to be a Scientologist whether or not I give him my money. So there's that. And I think that's kind of along the same lines. Ender's Game, probably along the same lines, is like, I didn't really want to see Ender's Game, and then I heard about that, and I was like, well, I guess I don't. I'm like, it's not like I was really excited to see this movie anyways. I had no plans on seeing it, so now I just won't. But I never, like, it's not like, oh, great, this ruined my entire week plan. I was going to go see this movie, and I was going to enjoy it. No, and so it doesn't. The best way something was once described to me as, I'm a huge fan of Amy Winehouse. And when she won the Grammy she won all those Grammys for Back to Black, and amidst the whole, her, struggling with substance abuse. And I was like, well, maybe her getting the Grammy will, like, sober her up and, like, snap her out of it. Like, look at what you can accomplish. Stop being what you are, this monster that you've become. And my dad goes, it doesn't matter. He goes, if anything, this is only going to send her farther down the path. And I go, why? And he goes, because when you do something terrible and it creates a great piece of art and then people applaud you for it, it doesn't make you go, maybe I should change things. It just makes you go, well, whatever I'm doing is working. I guess I don't need to, stop shooting up heroin. So, I mean, but then again, that was never my choice. It's not like I gave her a Grammy Award. So, no. And I think movies aren't even somewhat the same. Movies just kind of are going to be good. They're going to be bad. They're going to succeed. And also, a lot of the time, it's not like Lars Van Trier, who said some very anti-Semitic, slightly, I think it was like Nazi. He said something about the Nazis, like a Nazi sympathizer.
He said, I think he said, like, okay, I'm a Nazi at con.
Yeah, something like, and he said that.
I've seen, like, part of the video, and you can see Christian Dunst sitting next to him, just trying not to look uncomfortable.
But that's the thing, is Melancholia, not about Nazis. So, I mean, I think sometimes it's never stopped me from seeing a movie or listening to music. Although I might not give them my money if I can help it.
Keeping all this in mind, I mean, I was wondering if you guys could give a recommendation to our listeners in the case of Woody Allen. I mean, we're talking about all these different cases where celebrities are, either convicted or maybe just accused. I mean, what should, moviegoers do in the case of Woody Allen? Should they be boycotting his work, or, is that not the right course of action?
I would say no. I mean, there's no solid proof. This is the one thing, is it's how many years later that, I mean, these things have been swirling. It's not, I mean, unlike Bill Cosby where there was whispers, but then, 50 women came forward and said, this actually happened.
Right.
This is just a small thing. I read an article recently about how a lot of it's been blown out of proportion, and that even Soon-Yi has said, she goes, I've never once thought of Woody Allen as my father. She goes, I saw him as my mom's boyfriend because he was never around. She goes, I never once thought, oh, this is my dad. And she goes, I never felt pressure. She goes, I barely ever saw the man. She goes, we got together after we ran into each other after after I hadn't lived with Mia Farrow for a few years. She goes, it's just how it is. And so it just looks bad. It does look bad.
Right.
I get that. But at the same time, by not supporting someone like Woody Allen, it's not going to change anything. Woody Allen is still going to still live his life. He's still going to be married to Soon-Yi. Mia Farrow's family is still going to be angry. He's not going to go to the award show when he gets nominated for Best Screenplay. By not seeing his movie does nothing. If a movie is good, it's worth seeing. Just like Midnight in Paris, I know if people are like, oh, it's Woody Allen, never mind, I'm not seeing that. I was like, but it's really good. And there's a lot of really great actors in it doing a lot of great things, and it was really well received, and I think you should never deprive yourself of art. I mean, that's what I say.
I agree, yeah. Mo?
I'm going to give the cop-out answer and say it's up to you.
Mo!
Because I'm, like, If the idea of supporting a movie made by an accused child molester is... I lost my train of thought. If you don't want to support a movie that was made by an accused child molester, then do that. Like, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong for doing that. If you go into the movie and you're like, for as much as the story has nothing to do with it, I can't help but think of this thing that's attached to it. That's your experience, and I'm not going to be the one to try and invalidate that. Me personally, I might see Cafe Society. I don't know. I'll see what the reviews are. I haven't seen a lot of Woody Allen's work. I saw Annie Hall. I still think it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
But it's tough. For me, there's not an easy answer.
Don't do something that makes you uncomfortable.
Don't do something.
Especially because of how expensive movie ticket prices are. What, are you going to pay $15 to feel uncomfortable? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Go see Secret Life of Pets and be happy.
Yeah,
If I'm ever on the fence, I just go, is it a good movie? Like, I'll just read the reviews and I go, well, it's a good movie. If I really feel like, I would never do something that makes me feel uncomfortable, but if I'm like, I don't know about this. Oh, the movie's bad. Why am I going to go see a bad movie? Like,
right.
Decision made.
Yeah. So really, that's my answer. Just it's up to you with regards to not just Woody Allen, but like anyone. I don't have a good answer for this. I'm sorry.
No. I think that's a great answer.
I think you've circled it and you've checked it. You're good.
All right.
I think you're trying to find more, but you've said it.
Okay.
And truth be told, I mean, I have a similar answer. I mean, anyone who feels like they really need to, boycott, the movie of anyone, of course, I'm not going to stand in their way. On the other hand, I think it's more of like I just don't feel ready to tell anybody they should boycott any movie, really. I mean, and unless they really want to, in which case they absolutely should.
Boycott really bad movies.
Yes,
so that way we send a message to Hollywood that these are bad movies.
Yeah.
Do not see the next Transformers movie.
I mean, we see something. I don't know if it's having an effect, but we see something like that. Like every time a movie comes out that is clearly whitewashing.
Yeah,
something like Gods of Egypt or Stonewall or Pan,
right?
Where it's whitewashing. People say this doesn't look good. Let's not do that. And then the movie comes out and it gets bad reviews, and people are like, oh, well, I guess I'm validated by not seeing this movie.
Right.
So yes, we all agree, right?
We agree.
We agreed on something.
Oh man,
we agreed on a big basket of issues.
We're very agreeable people. Maybe our next video will be less agreeable.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Yeah, tune in next time. Will we argue?
Maybe.
I agree. Maybe we will.
Come back and find out. Well, I think that's the perfect way to sign out. If you liked this podcast, please click thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at T.H.O Movie Reviews, and check out all the great reviews and other content we have at THOMoviereviews.wordpress.com. Once again, I'm Bennett Campbell Ferguson. I'm here with Maxwell Meyers and Shaunette. And from all of us here at THO, happy movie watching.
Okay, bye.
See ya.